everyone, welcome back to Let's Pop 'em. In this episode, I would like to introduce Sina Weibo to you guys and discuss how this media platform changed Chinese netizens' identity and political engagement, and how online behavior is influenced by algorithmic culture in Chinese internet society. Laying in bed and spending more than 3 hours in gaining information from Sina Weibo before I get to sleep become an important part of my daily life. What is Sina Weibo, you may ask? Maybe you heard this name before, but not really familiar with. We usually call it Weibo in China. It is not a popular media platform as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is in community, but the biggest social media network in China. We all know that in China, using international social networking sites like Twitter or Facebook is blocked and prohibited due to Urumqi riots in 2009. The free flow of information for the trend of social unrest has become the direct trigger for Chinese authorities to ban the use of Twitter, Facebook, and some other microblogs. The advent of Sina Weibo solved this problem. It was launched in late 2009 and is a Twitter-like microblogging social media platform where netizens come from information sharing and commenting with over 430 million monthly active users and more than 100 million messages sent every day in 2018. Sina Weibo functions as a combination of Facebook and Twitter. It has a 140-character limit to each post, and it is possible for users to upload videos, images, and GIFs. It is worth mentioning that there are two leading columns, which are most searched hashtags and hottest topics. These columns are considered as the most consumed content presented by Sina Weibo's users. Every single day, Sina Weibo prepared the content that we are most likely to be interested in according to their algorithm system. This algorithmic culture constantly sort, classify, and hierarchize the ideas, values, and so on, and customize content for every user of media platform. The other functions Weibo provides for Chinese netizens are diversity. Not only latest news information can be found on Weibo, you can also use Weibo to buy things or pay bills through Weibo ePay, or record your personal fitness data instantly through the surveillance. It is no doubt that Weibo can fulfill the majority demands of daily life, not only in communication aspects, but also economics and health monitor. So what is algorithm and algorithmic culture? And how do they influence our content consuming and decision making? Let me be specific. David Lazar explains that algorithm is a need to create a new field around the social algorithm that examines the interplay of social and computational code. Jenna Ng and David Theo Goldberg demonstrates that algorithm has influence on changing social, political, and cultural life. Tarleton believes algorithms help to identify what we need to know, and it is a method aiming to obtain an optimal outcome and is a logical framework that can be used to organize and manipulate data. In short, algorithm is using the collected data about our decisions online to customize a corresponding content for media platform users. Take Weibo as an example. The most searched hashtags and the hottest topics columns Sina Weibo are designed to show users how topics people are most interested in and searched frequently, which the content is controllable and selected. Just like Amazon recommends similar products based on the research of one's browsing and purchasing histories to determine whose buying patterns are similar to one's own. Google lists results based on the degree of relevance. Sina Weibo also shares the similar algorithm system with them, which measure the number of links to determine its relative importance by the collected data. Here's my personal experience. Last 3 weeks, I searched a movie with its name animal words as the keyword on Weibo once. Since then, I have been receiving a lot of posts that are related to animal word with the keyword included in the post or the hashtags. Another time, when I searched some makeup products Instagram, I received a related promotion advertisement a few days later. After noticing this phenomenon, I cannot help associate them with algorithms. It is no doubt that our experiences are shaped by these computational technologies. It seems like the trendy media platforms and algorithmic culture are becoming crucial in culture or politics dissemination process. How Chinese netizens use this platform to engage in politics issues through their online behaviors is a good topic to be discussed. With the advent of online media, it is a fact that social media might facilitate open and critical debates that are not possible in traditional media. The online sphere in China as a case study is arguably the most relevant because it fails to shut down all open debates completely. Based on my observation, most of Sina Weibo users are more active in reacting on other people and sharing their own views, especially on political affairs. Other in authoritarian countries, online media may serve as an outlet for critical opinions which are not allowed in news media. Against this backdrop, social media are particularly appealing to many people exactly because they may provide a free situation for public debate where surveillance is more difficult to exercise in comparison to mass media. Therefore, online and particularly media platforms are an important public forum in these countries that are more important in countries with free news media. However, in this particular case, how can Chinese netizens discuss political affairs or sensitive topics on Weibo? Imagine this. When you try to talk about some sensitive topics, what is the best way to avoid the monitor system? For Chinese netizens, the best way is to invent some code words to replace the sensitive words. They are aware of surveillance and monitor. They adopt and react to it in creative ways, such as using encoding posts to further express their opinions, and have developed strategies to code with it and deliberately try to evade it. They use symbols, metaphors, insider jokes, and other forms of communication requiring priori knowledge in comment on sensitive issue. In some chat communities, issue and problem from a national level can be discussed and criticism towards authorities can be expressed. They allow for a degree of openness and criticism, and sometimes directly towards political decision makers. Users can then include these posts in follow-up communication, either offline with relatives and friends, or in Weibo itself by reposting the monitored message again. Let me give you a real-life example. When I try to talk about the words that are easily monitored, I always replace the word with another word but have the same pronunciation. Almost all of the monosyllabic sounds in Chinese can be matched to multiple meanings. Language plays an important role in helping avoid surveillance in algorithm system just because of the same sound and pronunciation that allows Chinese netizen impressive latitude in constructing sound-alike code words for sensitive topics. Here is an interesting case about the metaphor. Since Chinese citizens would like to make fun of how government taking down the content in order to harmonize this stance in Weibo, they invent the word river crab to replace this phenomenon because the pronunciation of the word in Chinese is similar to the word harmony in Chinese, which means remove illegal content. The word river crab is a popular word that have been used by the majority of Chinese netizens. Not only domestic issue, Sina Weibo also provides a place for Chinese netizens to discuss international issues like United States election debates. The United States president elections in 2012 become a hot topic on Weibo, with over 16,000 people writing posts with the respective hashtags and more than 5,000 taking part in their own poll. While the discussion mainly focused on the race between Obama and Romney, it was commented on democratic elections as a political institution in general. In this context, users repeatedly expressed their frustration and criticized their own system, writing posts such as China should hold such an election, then China will move toward democracy and dictatorship should be over. Under this situation, netizens can discuss democracy and even carefully criticize the government. Some researchers and I believe that Sina Weibo, with hastening the arrival of mass participation in Chinese governance, plays an important role in facilitating people making sense of what is happening in China through engaging in civil discourse about various social issues. And this civil engagement in return may exert profound impact on the country's concurrent reforms and democratization process. I interviewed a few of Chinese netizens to investigate the relationship between algorithm and personal experience and know more about the changes Weibo brings to their real lives. The interviews were conducted at the University of Queensland, and some users attended the interview and shared their own experience. The students who attached the interviews were all members of Chinese social media communities, and they use Weibo frequently in their daily lives. Tell me about your experience about using Sina Weibo and which observations do you think are most impressive? How do you engage yourself in political issues in your daily life, and what influence do you think Sina Weibo brings in the process of shaping your political identity and engagement?
I think in some way Weibo empowered Chinese netizen because every government department, they have their own account. They can put their new policies on their Weibo account, and other netizens, they can read, they can leave comments, and they can share and repost, and they can also discuss about new policies. But however, there's a severe censorship in Weibo. For example, like if you input Xi Jinping or Jiang Zemin, like leader's name, like it will be filtered. So like people created some new words to replace their name, like people call Jiang Zemin Mr. Toad, since he looks like a toad. And so like Weibo is also a place for people to create and share memes, especially about political issues.
Sina Weibo is controlled by the National Radio and Television Administration and stakeholders. Therefore, the leading information contents and ideas are always limited and sometimes are independent. We have to distinguish whether the information is needed or reliable with our own discernments. However, media platforms do provide a relatively free speech environment and create diverse political reality for China's online society. Sometimes I received most of the information and content from the most researched hashtags and hottest topics columns. Political affairs are always listed in the beginning, aiming to publicity the great achievement made by government party. However, some posts includes harmful or negative comments, sometimes show in these columns, even though just for 10 minutes. Although these sensitive posts will be deleted and monitored after posting in 30 minutes, netizens still have time to take a screenshot or take a picture. Therefore, before the platforms take actions, netizens have already backed up all the fields and pictures and then further spreading it through followers online or families and friends offline.
People consume political feeds on Weibo. However, many of these feeds are biased. Once someone has history on these feeds, Weibo's algorithm will continue to provide them biased political feeds. For example, when I try to know more about some leftist political views, I keep searching corresponding information. Meanwhile, Weibo will also keep recording my viewing history and show related posts to me continually. As a result, my political stand may likely change. In my opinion, Weibo's algorithm will change one person's opinion on current policies. If one person continues to consume biased political feeds, his or her political opinion will change over time.
For a long time, we enjoy the convenience media platform brings to us, but neglectedly that it is subtly influencing our political identity and engagement. The information and content we are consumed today are manipulated by many factors and forces, including economy, politics, and so on. However, media platforms do provide a relatively free speech environment and create diverse political reality for China's online society.